Hey, I'm back. It's been a very trying season. I'm having to process and pray through a lot. There's been a lot of bad and ugly, but I'm trying to focus on what's good. In God's grace, I have been able to go through Philippians. So I think in previous videos I was sharing that I have gone through Luke. I've been encouraged to run the race. I've been encouraged by Christ's example of humility, that we're not to do anything from selfish ambition or conceit, and how he emptied himself by taking on the form of a servant, being born in the likeness of men. This is God man coming down and taking on flesh, and he just had a humble heart. Again, if you go back to the Gospels and you look at the life of Christ, how he would wash the disciples' feet, how he would seek to feed the thousands, the multitude, with just whatever, the small loaves of bread and fish. This was the Christ servant that we are to be, how we're to be lights. I've been praying about a lot, especially when it comes to agreeing. I was convicted by Paul's exhortation to Yediah and Syntyche to agree in the Lord. I've had a lot of disagreements. Well, let's not call them disagreements. I've had to have a lot of difficult conversations. And just as a small sidetrack, I've been binge listening to Lisa Turkhurst. Her podcast has been so healing. Like, God is using her. I'm so grateful for her ministry. And I've been just praying about how to have healthy conversations, and sometimes agreeing doesn't mean that things will look like it used to. It just means that actually there will be unity in the spirit, there will be peace, there will be a sense in which we've come to an understanding, right? And the umbrella is actually we are brothers and sisters in Christ. So I've just been praying about that. I have been trying to memorize, or this will be the verse I'm trying to memorize, and it just comes after do not be anxious for anything, but in all things by prayer and supplication make your requests known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard our hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. The verse that I am going to be memorizing, just because when a lot of things are going wrong, we need to anchor ourselves in Christ, is finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honourable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think on these. And what you have learned and received and heard in me, practice these things, and a God of peace will be with you. So yeah, I'm gonna be memorizing that. I'm also hoping that at the end of the month I'll be able to, so some of you may have known, I think I shared before, that I gravitate towards either the ESV or the scriptures, which basically has the names of the name of God in its original Hebrew, not the, because Paleo Hebrew is different, but with the Hebrew alphabet. So the end of the month I should be able to invest in a pocket Bible, which I'm really looking forward to, just because along my walk I have grown in love with Hebrew, and just even reading, I'm currently studying or restudying systematic theology as well, just because I was triggered by Blair Lynn. I love her so much. Like, there's a few artists that I track with. That should be a next video as well. Who do I listen to? It's everything. Well, not everything, but I listen to quite a lot of different genres. But there's a song by Blair Lynn. It's actually on Shy's album. He had like a trio. One was on, I think it was based on theology, doxology, and something else. I can't remember. Anyway, there was a short poem by Blair, which was like on theology and doxology, and I love that song. I've always loved it, and it's just triggered me to go back to learning. And I'm gonna be honest, as a person, I am not necessarily into ologies and isms for the sake of academia or lofty words, but there's stuff to be prized in really learning about the attributes of God, about the Bible, about the history of the Bible, in a very organized way. So anyway, I only say that because I see a camp sometimes where there's a large focus on that, they can lose sight of the true and pure, like the Bible tells us to crave the pure spiritual milk. We can lose sight of discipleship, we can lose sight of the gospel in loftiness and stuff like that in academia. And actually you even hear Paul saying that he chose to know nothing but Christ crucified, right? And so anyway, that's a convoluted sidetrack. I'm going to be investing in my small pocket, the Scriptures Bible. I have the large one already, which I study in the mornings or go through in the mornings. It's just where like I went through Philippians or Luke, and I go through that in the mornings and the evenings. And I'm just excited to just re-love his, like, there's something about the genealogies and Christ's origins and even his name and God's name, right? Yod-Heh, Wah-Heh, and that I love, right? Obviously now modern day call him Jesus, but yeah, I'll be going back to that just as a sidetrack. I would inform you. Other things, yes, again, Lisa Turkhurst has been amazing. I've been traumatized, guys. I've gone through a lot. It's included theft, unfair dismissals, and stuff of that nature. And I'm just praying, like, this is a season of, like, God, there's a lot that's happening, and I really, really need you to help me. I really, really need you to lead me in all my decision making. I really, really need you to help me to be a worker that works heartily unto you, that glorifies you in all things. I also need you to help me just to take care of myself, because these, like, we are mind, body and spirit, and so when I'm sick a lot, it affects work, and actually we're called to take care of ourselves threefold, and then to work heartily and to be lights and salt of the earth. And so yeah, I'm literally gone through a lot, but Philippians has been a blessing. Lisa Turkhurst has been a blessing. I'm excited to get my small pocket Bible again. And yeah, going through systematic theology has also been great. I'm waiting for the book Let's Commune to come. I don't know why that hasn't come just yet. I've had a few issues with post. Guys, my Beats headphones and my Apple Pen was stolen. I'm literally like, God, this all needs to stop. I'm actually like, no, these things cost money. But anyway, rewind. I'm still waiting for Let's Commune to come, so I'm excited about that. I think in a culture where, like, sin has become a norm, I was watching something on the BBC News about why we lie and stuff like that, when actually we're told to die daily and to take off the old self and put on our new, especially as believers. And so yeah, I'm excited about a lot of things. Still waiting for a few things to come. My black butterfly is growing. It's also being refined daily. I was thinking about, like, my mission statement and what I'm doing. Obviously, most of you know I'm a creative. I illustrate, I paint, and it's just been, like, super exciting to get orders and to just become super, super authentic in it all. I'm actually going to show you my first order, which I'm super excited. Wagwan. So this is going to actually a lady that I love. Like, I love her example, I love her testimony, I love her walk. She is my first order of a canvas, or a painted canvas. If you go to my IG or TikTok, you will see just the process in which I make them. Again, if you are interested in buying any, please do DM me either on IG or email me, or whatever. Yeah. So that's been excited. I've been excited just to see God working in me in that way. I've got my 2 new business cards as well. I've actually had to update these again, but another thing that I've just been super excited about was these gospel tracks. Well, not tracks, but just things that I just want to litter the world with. Oh gosh, are you gonna show? Just John 3:16, which was actually the first verse that I memorized with my auntie, who actually was the person who brought me to Christ, or yeah, helped me to learn of Christ. And then again, I was so excited. These business cards as well, which I'm really like. So I do tuition. Most of you know I've been in education for 10 years. I tutor both maths, art and economics. So I'm excited about these business cards as well. So I just feel like God is just trying to lead me to just focus on the things that I can do, and to help me to do it over and over again well, and better and better and better and better. He's leading me as far as just learning how to study the Bible and how to apply it, right? A lot of people read, but actually the Bible calls us to be doers and not just hearers of the word. So yeah, just been praying through a lot, and working on the things that I can. And even though it's been trying, I'm excited to be going through a season where like Paul went through a lot. Like I'm basically around sisters who have gone through a lot but are thriving, and I'm in a season where I'm still going through an intense fire, and just begging God to be with me in it. And he's teaching me of his ways. I'm learning more about Christ. I'm learning more about what it means to persevere and endure. I'm even thinking about I've been seeing a lot, right, as far as the culture that I'm in, how God gives us desires. He tells us to run our race with endurance, and I used to be like so in a season of wanting to run far and long and get to a space where I'm old and grey and able to pass on wisdom, knowledge, encouragement to all the youngers around me. But actually, the other day, I think yesterday, I was watching an interview with Nipsey, and I was like, obviously, I don't think he was a Christian or believer or whatever, but his enterprise was largely, I think it was Marathon. It was called Marathon. I might be missing the details slightly, but there's a desire often to run fast and long, but sometimes our journeys are cut short because of things outside of our control. Like, he was murdered, Christ died at 31, and so even though like I'm in a season where I'm just like, God, I have such a desire to run far and long, a bit like Mo Farah, that's the way I see the race, or that's the desire that has been perfected in me. Sometimes when things are out of your control, like what I've experienced as far as theft and trauma, and hostility, your mission gets cut short. And so I don't know, there's a verse and a hymn, morning by morning new mercies I see, all I have needed thy hand have provided, great is your faithfulness, Lord, unto me. So yeah, I'm thinking about, actually, even if I don't get to 80 or 90, if my race is cut short, that each morning there's new mercies, and yeah, each day is an opportunity to glorify him in everything, whether it's the way we work, the way we refine our practice, the way we study, the way we encourage, what we listen to, the way we listen to things, how we engage the world, being in the world but not of the world. All of these things matter. And so yeah, I hope you're blessed. I'm going to try and do these videos weekly, but yeah, may you know goodness and mercy all the days of your life. Till the next one.